and welcome back to Anime-chan, where today we're going to be watching my reaction highlights of episode 12 and 13 of One Piece. Today's video is dedicated to a level 4 patron, Greg Upton. Thank you so much for being a patron, thank you so much for supporting my work, and I hope that you enjoy watching One Piece with me. And yeah, this video is dedicated to you. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I hope that you enjoy the reaction highlights and the review at the end. Those are kind of like pirate shoes. I should have noticed before, like why is he wearing shoes like that?
Are you gonna
feel guilty? You better feel guilty.
記念日というやつですね。
記念日。
あなたの今のメガネはよくずれるようなので、お嬢様が特注なさったんですよ。
You don't even feel an ounce of guilt?
確かに明日は記念日だ。
え？クラハドールさん、あんたお嬢様のプレゼントに何よ？
この屋敷丸ごとだ。
何を言ってるんです？
Now you're gonna realize Usopp was right.
実に長かったよ、3年間は。
お嬢様、逃げて！
Honestly, couldn't contain your bloodlust any longer, could you? I'm not gonna lie, the addition of blood on the swords, finger swords, is pretty intense. And I didn't expect that this early in the series, because that gave me goosebumps. Wow, the suspense. I love it when a story can do that, like, oh, and did you see that little smile there? Oh. They really do a really good job of his character. I can't believe I didn't realize he was evil earlier. Because of those shoes, they should have given him away.
君たち、おはよう。おはようってさっきの言葉と全然違うぞ。バカ野郎、紛らわしいことしてんじゃねえ。
Why? Why? Don't use the back of your head when talking to people. But look, his ears look like it's the right way around. Oh?
Yes, 完璧だ。これで奴らはもうこの坂道を登れない。
You jump in and you slip as well.
何が何でもこの坂道は守り抜く。
逆に自分たちが滑り落ちなきゃいい。
Yeah, exactly. But what if they don't? Are they gonna? Is that the only place? Are we sure? I wish some of the townspeople would go down to that slope for a morning fish or something, so that they can see Usopp and them fighting. I really want them. I don't want all of this to go away, and then they never saw that they were protected. Oh, the poor sheepy. He's dead now. Nani? I love that so much. It's not like it's a ship full of treasure, and yet there is treasure in there.
こねえな、こんなに空明るくなってんのによ。やっぱり聞こえるわ。
そういえば。
おい、どうした？
北にもここと同じ場所がある。
Oh fuck.
まさかどこだそれ。ここからまっすぐ北へ向かって走れば3分で着く。地形はこことほぼ変わらないから。
北の海岸って言ったら私たちの船がある場所だ。宝が取られちゃう。20秒でそこ行くぞ。
But then why didn't you all realize then that you came up from somewhere else? This isn't the only. Oh fuck! Run, 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 run!
何やってんだ。行くぞ。
急がなきゃ。助けて落ちちゃう。なんとか這い上がって。
Run that way
こんな
around.
許さん。
北へまっすぐ。北へまっすぐ。北へまっすぐ。
Aww.
私の宝に手出したら許さないから。
Who got there first? Oh shit. Usopp. The others didn't realize where it is?
お前らをずっとここで待ってた。戦いの準備は万端だ。
Oh, my baby Zoro!
登れね
来たって言うから寒そうな方角に走ってきたのに。
Oh fuck.
え。なに？1億？すげえ。嘘に決まってんでしょ。
ほんと信じやすい人だ。
バレた。あの妙な船で宝が見つかりました。すげえ額です。400、いや500万ベリーはありそうです。なに
Nani?
だがやる。
なに？宝をくれる？
Oh.
その宝に免じてここは一つ引き返してください。
ワ
Look away. Look away.
じゃあ
バカなこと言ってんじゃないわよ。
自分で催眠術にかかって道を開けてる場合じゃないでしょ。
そんな
Oh.
1ベリーたりともあげないわ。しっかり持ってなさい。で、ルフィは
Yeah, where's
一番最
Luffy?
初に走ってたでしょ。
さあな、おじけついたか道にでも迷ったか。男だからってなめんなよ。俺なんかビビっちまって足がガクガクなんだ。
それがなんだってのよ。ほら見なさい。私だって怖くて涙ぐんで。
あんなのに構ってる暇はね
I love that they're
え。
fighting.
潰して村へ進め野郎ども。
これでも食らえ。
負けびし。
チキショー。涙野郎。絶対許さねえ。
Yes! Go, 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 go! North, north!
北ってどっちだ。よし、かかった。後ろにも巻き菱が。
アホがお前が巻いたんだろうが。邪魔だっつったろ。 行くぜみんな。キャプテンクロが待ってる。この坂道、お前たちを通すわけにはいかねえ。いつも通りの一日が始まるんだ。だから絶対行かせねえ。次だ。お前、
おいてめえら、そんな奴らに構ってねえでさっさと行きやがれ。これはキャプテンクロの計画だということを忘れたか。
Remember in the last episode or two, I can't remember which one it was, when Luffy fell from when he was hypnotized and he fell, and then he said, this captain said, I didn't want to kill you, but no man could survive from that fall or something. And now he's like doing the same thing. He's like saying, hurry up and get going, forget about them. It's like he doesn't want, he's like not like, the reason this is standing out to me is because of how ruthless Kurahadol, I don't know how to say his name, Klahadol, whatever. It's spelled differently from how they said it. He ruthlessly murdered that sheep butler. He sliced him up. And yet this guy, when Luffy fell down from that cliff, he was like, oh damn, I didn't want to kill him, but no man could survive that fall. And even now, with this pirate wanting to smash Usopp's head in, he's like, just forget about him. Like, it's the first time he's speaking up. Hey, you guys, just forget about him. Hurry up and get going. It's like, is weird. He's definitely not as ruthless as the Captain Kuro.
これはキャプテンクロの計画だということを忘れたか。
See, and then they've left them and just went. What about the spikes at the back? No. Luffy? Did he knock them all with his giant rubber arm back? Put-on.
この村にあんなのがいるなんて聞いてます。
やっと来た。
ナミ、よくも俺を足毛にしちゃった。
3分この野郎。だってどっちかちゃんと言ってけ。
This guy's bad news.
遅い。そんなことも忘れちまったってんなら皆殺しだ。
What is that noise?
やっぱり屋敷のクラハドールだ。なんで海岸の方に。
I'm gonna end the full reaction here for patrons, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can just keep watching because the next episode reaction will be right here. Yes, they are.
あんたたち遅いのよ、来んのが。二人とも落ちるより一人でも助かった方がいい。
Yeah, it should have been him.
お前が落ちろ。
やりたいかな。
何？お前自信持って真っ先に走り出したろ。
あれはなんとなくだよ、なんとなく。
もうとっくによ。まさかあんなガキ二人相手におやろうども。
Was that fear? Is he scared of Kuro? Well, clearly, I would be scared of that fucking man.
ワンツージャンゴでお前らは強くなる。傷は完全回復し、だんだん強くなる。
何やってんだ。
Oh fuck, is Luffy gonna be even stronger?
ジ
Django!
ャンゴ
Yeah, well, it's amazing what you can do with some self-belief.
なんてパワーだ。
But Luffy also looked at
本
it.
当に催眠が。
He already believes he's strong, and now he's even stronger?
お前ら下がってろ。ここはルフィ。
なんて単純なやつなの。
Yeah, the simpleton that's gonna save your treasure and your ass. Machine gun? You made them strong, but you made him stronger.
キャプテンクロメ、影響ないなんて大間違いだぜ。
Well, he didn't know, so.
あいつら。
He's like a dog and they're like cats. Oh, fuck. Ooh. Oh?
あいつどこまで。
I was sure he was gonna pick up that whole damn ship. He wants to whack us with it.
ジャンゴで眠くなれ。
Oh no.
ワン、ツー、ジャンゴ。
Poor Luffy.
てめえ、よくも俺をコケにしてくれたな。
クラハドールいる。クラハドール。
られました。海賊だったのです。
Usopp was right.
奴はこの家の財産を狙って。
じゃあ昨日ウソップさんが言ってたことは。
必死に我々を助けようとしていたのです。我々は誰一人彼の
But that's not really your fault because he was always lying, but still.
我々は本物の悪党をかばい、あの勇敢な若者を村人のために決死の覚悟で駆け回る。まだ事件は起こっていない。冷静にあなたが今すべきことを考えるのです。この屋敷と財産ならばそんなものすべてあげてしまいなさい。命を張って守るようなものじゃない。これはお嬢様の責任ではありませんが。
分かっています。私だってクラハドールと話をつけるわ。
The man don't give a fuck. Oh, you wanna oh, she wants to talk to him and say, take my fortune without hurting anyone. So there's a possibility that because that's what he's after. But the man, like, he couldn't even control himself long enough to hold off on trying to kill Shippy, Mary, sorry. The man's got bloodlust. He might say that he wants a peaceful life with treasure and whatnot and not to be chased by the Marines, but he's a cold-blooded killer. He didn't even for a moment when he saw that gift from her look a little bit ashamed. That is not gonna help. It's not gonna help talking to him. I'm just gonna talk to her. Why are you guys still hiding?
死にゃしねえよ。お前は自分の傷の心配でもしてろ。
Oh, look at what. Ooh.
まだ切り札がいた。
Oh, fuck.
降りてこい。ヤーバンブラザーズ。
NYABAN brothers. Are you a cat or a cow?
シャムとバチ二人合わせてニャーバンブラザーズサンジャー。
あれを消せ。
そんな無理っすよ、僕たちには。なあ、ブチ。
ああ、そうそう、こんな戦いの場に駆り出されても。
That's your trump card?
切り札じゃなかったのか。
あんなやつ戦わせるなんて。
おい、お前、覚悟しろ。
They're trying to trick you.
バラネと切るぞ。
They're trying to trick
切
you.
れるもんならね。
Knew it.
せっかく猫かぶってたのによ。ちったやるようだが、ニャーバンブラザーズのシャムを甘く見ねえこったぜ。
その刀を返せ。
Both?
返す？刀ならてめえで持ってんじゃねえかよ。さて。
What?
やめろ。
No way. 9 lives?
やれブチ、出番で。
These are the most confusing villains I've ever come across.
冗談じゃねえぜ。あんなの一発でも食らったら全身の骨が粉々になっちまう。
行くぜ、ブチ。
よし来た。シャマ。
I'm worried because these two are fucking crazy strong and weird, and now Captain Kuro is on the way too. Yes, good.
二人相手に攻撃を受けっぱなしじゃ街が開かねえよ。バリバシ。
味方に攻撃してどうすんのよ。
自分から当たりに行ったような。
え、自分から？
聞いてるか。
こっちが助けられたんじゃないの？パチンコなんて打ち込んだら多分あの二人組。 標的を
Get a real gun, Usopp.
せめてあと一本刀があれば。
私が刀を取りに
Yes!
ゾロに渡せば必ず勝ってくれるはず。
だったら俺が。
無理しないの。あんたはフラフラじゃないの。
Oh, fuck, Django. Shoot him! Shoot him out of his... Shoot him! Oh, shit, it slices!
何？
刀に何の用だ？
Fuck.
いや。
もうとうに夜は明けきってるのに、なかなか計画が進まねえと思ったら。
Dude, are you that dumb? Can you not see?
最悪だ。
なんだこのざまは！
I wanna punch your perfect teeth in. I'm mad at myself that I didn't see his fucking shoes and I didn't see his hypnotizing thing. Clearly it was a blade. It's like the anime has a lot of these little hints. Stuff like that. Like visual cues that you don't notice. Because you just take it like, oh, it's his hypnotizing thing. Hello, why is it specifically so... It's like a blade, like it was so fucking obvious. And his shoes, in my opinion. Oh my god. And then there are those two brothers that are fighting Zoro. Nami is down, Luffy is down, Usopp is hurt. The kids in Kaya are the only ones that know the truth and she's weak. Sheepy is almost dead. And it's review time. So I only have 20 minutes to do this review because it is 11:30 in the evening and I'm supposed to do a stream on Twitch at 12. So I have like 20 minutes, which is fine because I've already spent some time making notes of these two episodes. So I could basically just focus on those and use them to share my thoughts on these two episodes with you. Episode 12 is called Battle, the Black Cat Pirate Crew Battle on the Slope. I find it quite interesting that they call both Django and Kuro captain. Can you have two captains? Was Django captain until the 3 years were by and Kuro is now captain again? How is all of this going to work? I'm not sure yet. But I did write, in contrast with how ruthlessly Captain Kuro killed the sheep butler, Django seems to not necessarily want to kill people / avoid it if possible. After watching episode 13 though, I realized that he didn't kill the sheep butler, Mary, and I don't know if it's because he didn't intend to kill him, or was it an accident, like did he intend to kill him but he didn't realize that he was still alive. I'm not entirely sure, but after watching episode 12, I thought, you know, oh my gosh, he went straight in for the kill. Whereas Django, in past episodes, have shown like with Luffy, when Luffy fell, he didn't necessarily seem like he wanted to kill Luffy. He was kind of like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Like he just wanted to put him to sleep. And then also in, I think episode 12, where he told the guys, his crew, like, forget about those kids, let's focus on getting to the village. But that might also just be because he's really scared of Captain Kuro and he just really wanted, like, there's no time to waste on these kids, like, just go, go, go. But I might be wrong because I might be wrong on this, but I don't think I am. Like, it seems like, think about this power that he has. This hypnotizing power, like he could be a very like dangerous person. If he can make people believe that they're stronger to the point where they're actually strong enough to break a cliff, couldn't he kill people that way very easily? Like hypnotize them to believe that they can't breathe, or hypnotize them. Like he can do pretty bad things to people, and yet the worst thing he really does is he puts them to sleep. But now I remember, okay, so if he hypnotizes someone else to think that they can't breathe, he also would think he can't breathe and might die. So it's like, I'm quite confused at his character right now. He's very mysterious. Whereas I think Kuro is more to the point evil, if that makes sense. Okay, so the next note that I wrote was about Nami. I think Nami is usually really smart. How she thinks of things others don't usually think of. For example, Usopp's plan with the oil. She was the only one to point out that they shouldn't get caught in it themselves. So I remember pausing the episode and saying, or I didn't even pause, I just said, oh my gosh, they're putting out this trap to trap them, but they could get caught up in it. And just like after that, Nami said as well, like, we should be careful not to get trapped in this ourselves. And it's definitely not the first time it's happened. There were other examples of this too in earlier episodes. However, she seems to get flustered and not think as clearly when it comes to her treasure. By the way, guys, I'm reading from my One Piece notebook that I have online. There were other examples of this too in earlier episodes. However, she seems to get flustered when... Okay. She pulled Zoro behind and essentially left him trapped, despite the fact that he's a much better fighter than she is and could have protected her treasure better than she could have. Even if she thought Luffy was already there, Luffy and Zoro fighting together would have been better, and not only would her treasure then be safe, but the townspeople would be safe too. She is too obsessed with her treasure at this point, and when it comes to that, not only does her smarts go out of the window, like her common sense, but so does her morals a little. So I do think that, I understand there are people coming up for Nami and saying, no, but you don't understand why she is the way she is. And I've said this in many reviews in the past for multiple other anime. I've mentioned it for Attack on Titan. I've mentioned it in my Dororo reviews. Even if you can understand someone's reason for doing something, that doesn't make the action itself right. I think I might have explained in one of my last One Piece reviews the analogy of the bully. Like if you're a teacher and a child is bullying another child, maybe you know the one child that's being a bully, and you know that their father treats them really poorly at home and basically bullies them around, and that's why that child probably takes out their frustration and reflects their parents' behavior and bullies other children. Even though you can understand such behavior, that doesn't make... You can understand it and sympathize, but it doesn't make those actions right. It doesn't mean that you should just leave that kid, oh, I understand why they're bullying, so it's fine. You can still say to yourself, like, that behavior is wrong, and you can then find a way to help that kid make better decisions, So I can understand you guys coming up for Nami, saying that I don't understand why she is the way she is, but I don't know yet. I haven't seen the backstory, so you can't expect me to understand it, but I'm still allowed to say that her actions aren't right, because they aren't. When it comes to treasure, she is just too obsessed and she makes poor decisions. I believe in her morals definitely take a back seat when it comes to treasure. So that's all I had to say about episode 12, Battle the Black Cat Pirate Crew, Battle on the Slope. There were obviously some really funny moments, which I really enjoy. I just love the comedy in One Piece overall. It's been a lot of fun to see. And then episode 13, the terrifying duo, NYABAN brothers versus Zoro. So I really like the fact that episode 13 falls over this battle with the Black Cat crew and these two NYABAN brothers, because Black Cat is like an unlucky thing, and the number 13 is kind of an unlucky number according to some people. And yeah, I found it quite what's the word? Funny, coincidental, ironic. That ironic is the right word. That the number falls over this battle with the Black Cat crew. Okay, so my notes on this episode, I said, whoa, this dream Kaya has of Usopp trying to kill her was intense. I mean, I understand that Kuro did his job really well of getting close to her and making her trust him. I think this dream really shows how he brainwashed her into trusting him so much that she projected this evil character onto Usopp and never once thought that Kuro is the real evil one trying to kill her. And I think it is also very interesting to note how our dreams reflect our unconscious feelings and thoughts. Our unconscious mind sometimes picks up on things before we even notice it, and I think that she knew, because I don't think she really ever thought that Usopp was an evil person, but maybe over those 3 years her subconscious mind picked up on Kuro's true character, and then this whole thing with Usopp happened where he kind of confronted her with the truth, and then her brain in a dream state kind of intermixed all of these things and created this evil character that she's been living with for the last 3 years. It intermixed it with Usopp, who's actually, she knows him, she knows he's not that kind of person, and it blended Usopp with this vague, I don't know, this evil presence. She had to have felt this evil presence, and I think that's why she had that dream. Her unconscious mind combined those two, and she woke up basically in a cold sweat, and the first person she goes to is Kuro Hadol, the actual evil character. And luckily he wasn't there. He obviously had left for the slope to see why his men weren't there already. And she comes upon Sheepy, and he's Mary. I keep calling him Sheepy. She comes upon him, and luckily he's not dead. Which I'm wondering, did Kuro Hadol intentionally leave him alive, or did Sheepy just, I'm just gonna keep calling him Sheepy. Did Sheepy just not die luckily? Like, thank God he didn't die, even though Kuro Hadol tried to kill him. I'm still not sure how that was supposed to play out for him. Like, he attacked Sheepy because it was like he couldn't control his urge to kill. It was the night before everything was gonna go down, and yet he couldn't just wait one night until the next morning until his men were gonna come and do everything anyway, and yet he took a slash at Sheepy. Like, what? And he didn't kill him though, but Sheepy was bleeding all night. Like, how did he not die? Ew. So then he didn't go in for the kill. Because if he really had gone in for the kill, he would have, I mean, they really made it look like he did, because his finger swords were like full of blood. I thought for sure no one would survive that. I really thought he was dead. And then he chose not to kill Kaya. Still a little bit, I wonder why. Why did he not wait then in the first place? It's like he couldn't control his own urge for evil. It's very scary. But then he controlled it enough not to kill Kaya, because it's supposed to look like an accident, but at that point he didn't know that his men were late or anything. So why did he choose not to kill Kaya then? Little confused about the sequence of events at that point, but it's not too problematic. I'm still quite interested to know what happened to Kaya's parents. Kuro has been shown to be really ruthless, and it confuses me even more now why he would tell Django that he really wasn't the one to kill them. He acted almost like he was taken aback when Django insinuated that he had something to do with the parents' death, and after seeing how ruthless he was with Mary, I just wonder what's the real truth behind that. I don't remember exactly which episode it was, but it was one of the episodes where they were talking at the bottom of the cliff about, and Django still said about the parents' death, and he basically insinuated, like I said there, he insinuated that Kuro was the one to kill the parents, and Kuro actually looked like, well, wait, no, I wasn't the one that actually, it was a real accident. So I'm still wondering about what happened to her parents. I think it happened a year after he was there, and then, because I remember them saying 2 years ago Kaya's parents died, so he'd already gained the parents' trust for a year and Kaya's trust, and then for 2 more years was able to brainwash Kaya and make her completely dependent on him. But yeah, I'm very curious as to know with what happened to her parents, and a little bit sad that damn, this guy was such a good actor. He really tricked them into believing that. And but I mean, he went to the furthest lengths. He faked his own death and everything, and this plan, basically, what I'm trying to say is this plan was really well thought out and set up. For 3 whole years, he planned all of this. It's quite intense. This question I asked here was just, why did he not kill Kaya when he had the chance? Then here's me freaking out. Zoro taking that hit for Nami and Usopp. He's actually really clear-headed, even in a fight where he is at a disadvantage. Not only does he have just one katana, he's fighting 2 crazy strong opponents. I feel like the NYABAN brothers are really weird, and not in like a good way. Like, Django is weird, Buggy is weird, and in an interesting way is that, like, I actually like Django at the beginning. I like Buggy's voice acting and crazy demeanor, but these two are just like weird in a way. Like, I don't like you, I don't understand you. Maybe I just don't like it when like because they're acting like cats and stuff. I just feel like, ugh, I just don't like you too. So yeah, he's fighting 2 crazy strong opponents, and still he realized that if the NYABAN brothers or one of them were hit with Usopp's weapon, that they or one of them would go after Nami and Usopp. Nami and Usopp would not be able to handle even one of those brothers, I think. So I'm really proud of Zoro for thinking of that and taking them on by himself despite the disadvantage. Basically what I'm saying here is I'm just very impressed with Zoro, how clear-headed he is, and the fact that he not only is fighting these guys with 1 sword, even though he's used to 3, he's still keeping Nami and Usopp in the corner of his eye to make sure they're okay. He's fighting to protect not only the town but them, and he was able to see Usopp, you know, do that, and he literally threw himself in front of that so that the NYABAN brothers doesn't go after them and focuses on him. So I'm just very impressed with Zoro and his fighting ability. Here I wrote, someone wake up Luffy, cries. That whole thing with Luffy, he was literally like a dog, and they were like these cats, because he was like, the way he was screaming, like, that whole thing was funny, but I knew he was being hypnotized because of the first time he was being hypnotized, and the way, like, he's like a curious kind of person. He doesn't, and he was looking at the way he was looking at the hypnotizing thing. So even though Django made his people stronger, he made Luffy stronger too. So if his people were at this level strong and Luffy is at like this level strong, he made his people this and Luffy like, so no one was really stronger at all. They would have been stronger than Zoro, Nami, and Usopp. So it would have worked if Luffy didn't get hypnotized too, but he did. So I thought he was gonna pick up that whole damn ship, but he just pulled off like the mast. And it's weird that their trump card, the brothers, didn't come out when all of that was happening, because it's their job to protect the ship, and yet he pulled off that whole thing. But I mean, they're cats, so they were probably napping somewhere below deck. I don't know. And yeah, he pulled off that whole thing and was gonna whack them with it. I love that, how they said that. He's gonna whack us with it. Yeah, just high-grade comedy right there. I loved it. But then Django hypnotized him again, and he fell asleep. And I don't think Django fell asleep there, or he fell asleep and fell over, hit his head, and woke up. But Luffy is such a freaking deep sleeper. That thing fell on top of him, and he's still out cold. Maybe he's not even sleeping. Maybe he's out cold. Who knows? But I just hope that someone wakes him up in the next episode, because not only is Django still there, the NYABAN brothers are there, and Kuro Hadol is now there. So Zoro can't fight all of them by himself, and Nami and Usopp, however brave they are, and they have their own, you know, little tricks, but Nami has, her arm is, how can you fight with, and Usopp is also basically down for the count. Even though his drive and determination to save the town is strong, you can only do so much, you know? So I'm a little bit worried, but I think that Kaya and the boys will tell the truth to the townspeople, and the townspeople, in the same way that Mary realized how good of a person Usopp is, and that Usopp wanted to protect the town all by himself. I think the townspeople will be inspired by that, hopefully, and rush to the scene with their pans and pots and brooms. You know how they were chasing Usopp all this time? I hope that they go and they fight and they help and they protect their town and they protect Usopp, because yeah, I just don't want this whole thing to end with them not knowing what Usopp did for them. But now that Kaya knows the truth, I don't think there's any chance of that happening. So really looking forward to the next 2 episodes. Remember that I post One Piece videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so I watch One Piece on Tuesdays and Fridays. So because I see a lot of people asking on my other videos when's the next One Piece video, and I don't really mind. It's not really bothersome. No, it's not people shouting at me or saying anything mean. It's just asking, so I don't have a problem with it. But here's me telling you, Tuesdays I watch, so Wednesdays I post, Fridays I watch, so Saturdays I post. Okay. Thank you guys for listening to my thoughts. I really enjoy these 2 episodes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Kuro get his ass kicked. He's just a really dark, evil character for me, and I loved how the anime portrayed him with the blood on his finger swords. It was great. It was a really good scene for me. I think you could see on the look on my face. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you once again to Greg Upton for sponsoring this video. Hope you guys have a really good weekend. Bye.